Good morning everyone, Crazy Russian 86 here, and welcome back to another video. I woke up a little bit earlier than planned, only got like maybe 4 hours of sleep like I normally do because I do the night route and then morning route. And now I decided to make this video. Yesterday I finally came across to the very famous YouTuber, Renegade #1. I heard about that guy from SBN Resonate, formerly known as SBN Lifestyle. And I I really like that guy. Yesterday I even subscribed. But it sucks because I only found out about this guy, this great guy, great YouTuber, only after his death. And I subscribed to him after his death because I found out that he's dead now. And I'm not gonna say it's sad in a way, because why should you be sad? The guy is liberated now. I subscribe to him, I really like his videos, I'm gonna be watching him some more. And I found out about his death from Savvy Guy, another YouTuber whom I didn't meet personally, but I've been watching his videos for a while. He had his channel Jam Brandon, and I've been making video responses to him. And yesterday I was driving, and I went to the Savvy Guy's channel just randomly. And I saw his video, Rest in Peace Renegade #1, and he was talking about it, and he was saying that he actually met him. I never met Savvy Guy personally, but I've been talking to him on the internet, and I don't remember. At some point, I think he even gave me his number, but I never called him. So, and then I found out that Savvy Guy, he actually met Renegade #1, and they hung out, and then he was really sad about his death. What you know about the creamer Coffee made? So he made that video about Renegade #1. I was watching it, I'm like, of course I felt sad. And here's the funny thing he was saying, he was talking about, black people, we have a low IQ, but this guy, he was on the other level. He said that he was a very intelligent guy. And like I said, he was, And after that, I started watching his videos. I watched one of Renegade's #1 videos about these girls, who are going to men's channel and telling them you ain't shit, and this and that, stalking them. And then he was like, women are stupid. They're going to guys' channel telling them they ain't shit, like they don't need them, nobody needs them. But then they say they do need them. Because if the woman don't really need the man, if woman doesn't care about the man, why the hell she investing her time in this guy? If the woman do that, it means they care. And I guess this is probably black woman thing. I think that the real PewDiePie does that to me because she likes me, she wants to make my life better, but maybe this is African American woman thing, I don't know. And I'm gonna upload that video which I did yesterday too. See, talking about things. That video was a little racist, I guess, and a little bit anti-Semitic, I guess. But I don't care, because you know what? That's just what it is. We just have to call things as they are. Just like Renegade #1 did, He was saying himself, you know what, I don't care. I don't care if I'm gonna offend people. He was just saying, I'm just gonna speak what I wanna speak. And then guess what happened? He was talking about the Matrix too, like how we cannot really escape the matrix, you know. Like he was saying that the only way to get out is just to die, to lose your body, you know. And that's it. That's what he did. And then he wanted to be left alone, he didn't want to deal with nobody and all of that. And you know, I was feeling the same way a lot too, you know, like for the last couple years, I've been in that position myself. Like on one hand, I'm afraid of death. I want to leave, I always wanted to be famous, and people always been mocking me, telling me, you know, you have Asperger's, you're a loser, ta. And I was just like cussing people out, yelling at them, you know, all of that. Because people are fucking stupid. And my response was like, I need to run away from people, people are stupid, I don't want to deal with nobody. You know, I really felt that way. I don't want to fit in. And I started watching the videos of this Renegade #1, I'm like, Jesus. Another like-minded person who is dead. And you know, the funny thing is too, a lot of people whom I like, they're all dead. Musicians I like Mikhail Gershinyov, died from overdose 2013. Other people, you know, whom I like, they're dead. Sid Vicious. Tupac, Left Eye. All of the people whom I like, they're dead. Charles Manson, another one. A lot of people whom I like, they're dead. So that makes me think that maybe being dead is not that bad after all. I'm thinking that life is like a mission. Once you accomplish it, that's it. So if I'm alive, it means there is a purpose of me being alive on this planet. But I don't know. Like when I'm thinking about this world and people, everything seems so backwards to me. You know, we've been talking about justice, goodness, fairness. And it seems to me like the world is like the opposite of that. Selfish, greedy people who don't give a shit about others, always have all the money in the world. And all the simple people always don't have anything. All the great people are always in a position, and all the bad people are in power, and people always complaining. And the only time when people are getting recognized for who they are is after their death. You know, when I was younger, I had a dream. I wanted to become famous before I die. I didn't want to get all the fame after my death. I always wanted to get all the fame while I'm alive and then die. That's been something I've been thinking about years ago. You know? So that's why I've been making these videos, because I wanted to be recognized, or because I want to be famous. People have been giving me advice on how to make my videos. They've been telling me I need to be more organized and all of that. But for me it was always just like a flow. For me it was always been like a sporadic stream of thoughts coming out of my head as I go. All of this organized type of stuff was never my thing. I struggled with it all my life. My job's been always late, all the time, always been doing things differently, could never fit in, but I've been holding jobs for a while, you know, and I still do. And people's been telling me, Emil, if you're gonna be doing what you're doing, you may lose your jobs. And I've been always afraid of that, but things been looking up for me. I've been only making more and more money, and I've been still making all of these controversial, outrageous videos. Saying all kinds of stuff, racist, xenophobic stuff, which I don't care about. And I believe it to be true anyway. So I don't care. Making all those long videos, long-winded videos. Getting very little views. I don't care. I don't care about nothing at all. Before I cared about being big and strong. Now I drive all day, my back is hurting. I don't care about myself. I don't care about nothing. Like, I understand where Renegade #1 is coming from, you know. I understand why he decided to take away his life. And sometimes I feel like if I wasn't afraid of that, I would do the same thing. Because when I'm looking at what's going on in this world, all of this coronavirus, all of the great people always being in a position, all the great people being shunned, all of the great people not going anywhere in life. I'm like, you know what? This world is fucked up. But I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm not gonna have no regard for nothing. And the Renegade #1 is the guy who reinforces that belief on me. The last video he uploaded was about being Sigma male. I didn't watch the whole thing. I started watching it and then I went to bed. But basically he was talking about that, you know what, we have alpha males. These are the males who lead the pack. We have beta males, agreeable, submissive males. And then we have gamma and omega, whatever. And he said that I'm a Sigma male. I realized that I cannot change anyone. I cannot change the world. Whatever people are talking about, that you can do anything you want is a bunch of bullshit. No, you cannot. You know, whatever people tell you in advertisement, don't believe that type of stuff. You can't change shit. The only person you can control is yourself. Everything else is beyond your control. And he was saying, I'm a Sigma male. I'm just gonna go my own way, you know. I don't care what people think of me. I'm not trying to fit in. You know, he was embracing it too. And I'm like, I'm not trying to fit in. I'm not trying to change myself. I'm not trying to subjugate myself to other people. And this is a lot of things I've been talking a lot in my videos too. Like how it is really impossible to fit in. Like how it's really impossible to be liked. You know. And then there are stupid people like the real PewDiePie whom I've been blocking, and all other people, you know, who's been trying to show like, hey Neil, there's something wrong with you. That's why, you know, you're 34-year-old and you living like this. You don't have a house and a family and all of that. And I'm like, look, it's not even only to do with any kind of disability. When I'm thinking about it, like, there are a lot of people who are normal, okay? They're living like this. They may have families, but they are not rich, you know? And there are a lot of people, even in Russia, who like normal people with their families. And they are going to jail for sharing their thoughts, for loving their country, you know? Normal people with families, even grandchildren, doing what they think is right, going to jail, being shunned, being poor, being marginalized. There are tons of people, even with the families and grandchildren, who live like that. So what you talking about? All of what you think of, you know, normal people by the age of 30, they're supposed to have their house and a family. Who are these people? How about these people who have a families, have kids, grandkids, and they are being marginalized because they want to do what they want to do? How about all of these people who are 70-year-old and they don't have no families and they've been married for 30 years or they've been with their woman for 30 years? How about all of these people who don't have any disability, they've never been married? How about, you know, there are all kinds of people in this world, okay? And if you're 35-year-old and you don't have nobody, doesn't mean shit. Also, how about the people who are actually autistic and they're famous and making a lot of money and they have kids, like Eminem? It doesn't mean shit, okay? That's why, you know, people like that, like the real PewDiePie and all those fucking idiots out there, I just block these people. Because I'm clearly seeing how whatever they're trying to put, it's completely bullshit. Like even this, she's trying to diss me and show to other people, look at this guy's the joke. And I'm looking at it like, why are you showing my videos to the fucking gamers? They're not on the same level as me. It's like the same thing as showing my videos to the fucking people from Mars. What's good's that gonna do to anybody? You know? Sure, they're not gonna like my videos because they don't even care what I have to say. Just like if I'm gonna go to these gamer channels, I don't care about their stupid videos either. So what's the point? People are fucking stupid. Because they don't realize that everybody have their own ways, you know? There are a lot of people who don't have no kids. There are a lot of people who die childless. So what? And there are a lot of people who have families and they're poor. And there are a lot of guys who fuck a lot of bitches, and then they have a lot of kids, and then they live poor lives, and then they die alone too. There are all kinds of people in this world, so fucking what? What's your point? Ha ha ha, you have a disability, that's why you're 34-year-old and you're all alone? When I'm actually been with my woman for 8 years? we just happen not to have kids, and then she has friends who are like together, and the man is my age, he doesn't have kids, there is nothing wrong with him, good guy, takes care of somebody else's kids, have a good relationship with the woman, but it happens that they don't have kids. So fucking what? What's your fucking point? And then I'm going to Renegade #1 channel. The guy is talking about that this stupid black woman telling, men that, you ain't shit because they're trying this man to be like them when they're not. And what's their point? This woman, they're fucking loser woman themselves. They're not making more money than me or other men. They're just going out there and saying, ha ha ha, you loser, ha ha ha, you autistic, ha ha ha, there's something wrong with you. Why the hell are you coming here? Because you want to be my friend, right? Because you think that you want to change my life for better. When you don't know what fucking better is, And that's why I'm saying, all these people, they're fucking stupid, I want nothing to do with these fucking stupid people. And all the people who are telling other people how to live their lives, they're fucking idiots. Because think about it this way, and the Renegade #1 is a living proof of that. The Renegade #1, he's been fucking bitches, he's been getting things, and guess what? He decided to kill himself. He said, you know what, guys? I'm out. I don't want to deal with the bullshit. That's the only way for me to escape this bullshit. Because he's been seeing things for what they are, and that was the only way for him to escape, He didn't care. He did it to himself. He's like, you know what, guys, I'm out. And I would say that, Renegade #1, he had a lot of guts to actually do it. Like sometimes people who actually decide to commit suicide, I consider them as fucking brave people. Because I don't want to deal with nobody either. People are fucking stupid. I don't want to deal with nobody. Like, I can completely relate to people who just like saying, you know what? I don't want to deal with the bullshit. I completely respect these people. Because dealing with all these fucking degenerates around, trust me, I feel the same way. I'm just too scared to kill myself. But I'm really looking at it I don't blame people who decide to take their lives. Sometimes I feel like these people actually have a point. And here people are saying, don't get yourself in trouble and all of that. Fuck. What kind of trouble? I'm 34 years old, I lived a long life, I was getting pussy, I've been making money, people been telling me not to make these embarrassing videos, but yet I still been making okay money. And then I'm looking at people around, and people have been telling me, you're socially handicapped, ha ha ha, you loser, ha ha ha. Look at all people around me. They've been telling me, you need help. If you're not gonna change your ways, you're gonna be like Todd. And I'm like, what's wrong with Todd? Todd's been actually making okay money. The only problem with Todd is he doesn't know how to manage his money. If he were the way he is, and he would be managing his money, he could have been living on his own. Todd could have been fucking crack horse, okay? There's not that much even wrong with Todd, really. I mean, yeah, he's a pervert and all of that. He's delirious, delusional. But then I'm looking at all these fucking normal people. A lot of them, they're not much better, really. Just the fact that you're going to talk to people like that shows that you're not much better. If you're so much better, just like Renegade #1 said, if you're so much better, why are you going and trying to talk to people who are below you? There's no reason. The only reason why you're going to talk to people like that is because you want these people to be like you, and you realize they're not like you. And then you start ha 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 ha, there's something wrong with you. But instead of like, you know, like when we kids, we have bigger insults. But adults insults a disability, like autism or neo-Nazi or bigot or, you know, all of this. So I see adults insults are, instead of a poo-poo head, we have insults like Asperger's, neo-Nazi, fascist, anti-Semite. These are adult insults, you know, that's what it is. But it's really the same thing, you know, only on different age group, you know. So for adults we have this type of insults, this type of teasing. Why are we doing it? Because we want to force people who are not fitting in to fit in. That's why we do what we do. And it never works. But the only thing it's working just not to give a shit. And you know, since I was a kid, my mom used to tell me all the time, when people used to tease me, I was going angry at them and cussing people out. I've been always like that, you know. People tease me, they say something wrong with you, I lash out on people, I start acting crazy. Been like that all my life. And people's been telling me you need to be above it. And I was like, why should I be? But can you really be above it? I think that in order to be above it, you have to be an individual like a Sigma male. Just like Renegade #1 said. But what does it mean to be a Sigma male? It means to be a lone wolf. And you see, I think that if you want to have friends, if you want to be a sociable person, you cannot be above it. So the fact that, you know, people was making fun of me and I've been myself and I've been lashing out, it's really what I've been trying to do is I wanted to fit in somewhere where I was never belonged. Because I always wanted to socialize with people. I always wanted to be friends with people, but I was just like not like them. Because I was cooked from a different door. You know? But I always wanted to have friends. That's why I was lashing out. Because you know what? People are saying, you know what? We are normal ones. You have to be like us. And I was saying, I don't give a fuck about your norms. Fuck you all. I want you to be like me. And that's like constant clash. You know? But I didn't want it to be clash. I always wanted, you know, to be with people. And this is what been struggle for me for the whole my life. I wanted to be everybody to be like me. And people will be saying there's something wrong with you, you have to be like us. And I've been saying, you know what, fuck you. No, I don't want to be like us. I want you to cater to me. And that's been always struggle for me all my life, you know, all my life it's been like that. More or less. I mean, obviously I had some friends who's been trying to develop me or making me better or whatever. But I don't think it's only about development though. It's really not. Because no matter how developed you are, if you have different interests from everybody else or majority of people, you're still gonna be a lone wolf. No matter how developed you are. Because I've been developing myself too, I've been doing martial arts. And of course people are saying, oh, you cannot hurt the fly, you steal this and that. And I was doing the best I can, and I was getting somewhere. Learned how to lift. Had a bad coordination, improved myself. Graduated from high school. Got bachelor's degree. Still working an entry-level job. Been making money like everybody else. Just like socially handicapped, I guess, but I don't care about that. And a lot of times I was thinking too, you know what? Maybe I worse than everybody else because I cannot get it with people. Everybody hanging out, having friends. And then I'm thinking now, who is everybody? Who is everybody? People have this concept of everybody, but what does it really mean? There is no such thing as everybody. There's no such thing as a crowd. We're all individuals. It's just an abstract concept, everybody. Me versus everybody else. It's bullshit. There's no such thing as everybody, okay? There's no such thing. Yes, there is a pack. But even in that pack, comprised of individuals. And if you're going to talk to the individuals, you're going to find out that yes, maybe 70-80% of people, they have similar ideology of the pack. But they still have their differences. And they still have their own individual lives. So what does it mean, everybody? And I was feeling bad, that I'm not talking to people because I have my behaviors or whatever. But then I've been looking at things and like, you know what? Not worse than people. Maybe these people, they're socially better than me. But why the hell they're working the same job as me and making the same money? So if that's the case, how they're better than me? They're really not. They're just socially better than me, but so freaking what? Because I can learn all the social skills, multitasking, all of that, but still, I'm not gonna fit in. And I know that. And I'm living proof of that because, I've been working for years on being less autistic, I've been seeing it, I've been working on myself, improving my coordination, working on getting rid of my anxieties around people, all of that, trying to be more confident. And I still cannot fit in. I still cannot fit in. I don't care. I really don't care. I really don't care about nothing. I don't care about all those fucking stupid people around me. Because when I see what's really going on, I'm like, why should I care about what's wrong with whom? It really doesn't even matter. Because we are who we are, we have to just embrace it. And we're just not gonna fit in this bullshit, no matter what you do. You can have challenges, you can be still famous and big and strong. You can be famous, you can die young. You can be little guy, and you can live long. You can be anybody. And you can have any type of life. So whatever people say, if you this, you're gonna live like this. It's all bunch of fucking bullshit, okay? This all bunch of nonsense. Even in Russia, people used to tell me there is no magical recipe. And in America, people told me the same thing. And I'm seeing how it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You are who you are. And nobody has a right to tell anyone that you are not living the right way. Who is here to judge? Who is here to judge anyone? Tupac says only God can judge me. Savvy guy said that, you know what, we need to judge people less. And there's another example, Renegade #1. The great guy, very smart guy. Being alone, didn't want to deal with nobody, killed himself. Said, you know what, I'm out of this bullshit. And everybody's like, oh, rest in peace, you're such a great guy. A lot of times I'm thinking that this life is... It's really just like a fucking theatrical performance, It's like a big act, just like Charles Manson said, it's just like a big act, Where There's a bunch of random shit's going on. Everything is random. Everybody is telling other people what's right, what's wrong. And there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. You know? And people are saying, oh, you need to live your life like this is right, this is not. Nobody knows what's right, what's wrong, really. Because if people knew, we all will be fucking millionaires. But even if we are millionaires, look at them. They're even taking their lives. They have everything. All the women, all the cars, all the money. Why are they committing suicides? Why they're dying young? Think about it. Life is like a video game in a way. It's like you get the highest score. Once you get the highest score, you're gonna get to the Hall of Fame when you're dead. And that's, I guess, this is what life is all about. But we make it seem like life is everything we have. You know? But if you get recognized after you're dead, if you get all the praise after you're dead, and if while you're alive you've been treated like shit, it means life is like a purgatory. It means that, you know, maybe there is a heaven and hell, you know. Maybe maybe it does make sense, you know, to be religious in a way. Even though we don't know if God exists or not. But it kind of makes sense, you know. It kind of makes sense. And maybe death is not such a bad thing. We think that it is because we're scared of unknown. But sometimes something makes me think that it's really not. But why we have our instincts, why we want to preserve ourselves, why we don't want to die, why we want to live, why all the living creatures want to live, even though we know that we're going to die anyway, but we still want to live. That's like it's very, very contradictory to us. Maybe life is like a mission. Maybe we don't want to die because we know that there is something we didn't complete yet. Because that's something I've been thinking about too. I've been thinking, what if I'm gonna die soon? And I was thinking, you know what? If that's gonna be the case, I'm gonna feel like my life's been wasted. If that's gonna happen. If I'm gonna die right now, I feel like my life's been wasted. Because I had all those high dreams when I was younger and all of that. I didn't achieve nothing. So if I'm actually gonna take my life's been wasted. So maybe the reason why I'm afraid of death is because I'm not ready for it. But sometimes I just don't want to live because everything I see in this world is like, fuck. I don't want to deal with nobody. Because I can't even talk to people. You know? And I could never fit in. I could never had a, you know, connection with majority of the people I've seen. You know, but all my life people have been thinking I'm stupid. And I was lashing out on them and they've been thinking I'm crazy. And they were thinking, oh, this guy is dangerous. I didn't even hurt anybody. And there are some people saying, oh, you know what, you can't hurt a fly. I don't know. And I was always scared to get there. I didn't really fight like that, even though I've been doing martial arts. But people have been saying, oh, you know what, you're not that dangerous, you can't hurt a fly. I don't know. I don't think that's careful to say that, you know. because once I got a bronze medal in martial arts. I also been sparring people, and of course some of these people, they beat me, but they were thinking, look at this little guy, we're gonna beat him just like that. And they did beat me, but not like that, you know. They actually got really frustrated, you know. I remember that. So what does that say? Maybe if I really gonna get into the fight, maybe I will lose. But people look at me like, oh, I'm just gonna beat the shit guy just like this. And they're gonna be maybe like, oh my gosh, this motherfucker made me work for it. You know, that could happen too. But I don't know what could have, should have happened. I mean, it's whatever. But in real life, I'm not fighting nobody, and people say stay away, stay safe. But then again, there's another contradiction too. Like people say stay safe, but then if you're safe, if you just avoid all the fights, all the confrontations, you follow the rules, follow the laws, time will take you anyway. If nobody's gonna kill you, if nobody's gonna beat you, if you're gonna be safe, you're gonna die anyway. Time will kill you. So, we're doomed. Just like as Ben Resonate said, we're fucking doomed. And as Ben Resonate's been talking to Renegade #1, you know. They actually been friends in real life. I never met Renegade #1 and I never will. I know some people who know him, just like Savvy Guy and SB and Resonate. The world is fucking small, you know. The world is small. But yeah. And people like SB and Resonate or Savvy Guy, these are the people who I want on my channel. I want thinking people, philosophical people, people who like to think about things, like-minded people. But all those fucking gamers, all those fucking hood rats, all of these real PewDiePies, Jacalems, Huyalems, блять, none of these people I want here. These fucking jokers, they deserve to get blocked. That's it. I don't want people like that on my channel. Because by living my life, by thinking about things, I came to the conclusion that, you know what? I don't need people like that. But anyway, guys, I need to go to my ride. I know my boss is probably mad at me because I didn't text him about things, but hey, sometimes videos are more important than anything. That's my hobby, that's what I love to do. If he's gonna see it, that's the reason. And I'm sure he's gonna be watching my videos because people always like to spy on me. But I don't care about that. I really don't care. Go ahead, watch my videos. I don't care. And I'm out. Later, guys.